I miss and all the things I wish we did. All I know is that I need somebody like you, 'cause I can't waste another night sitting here alone, hoping for your voice on the telephone. I know it's a supercut as you walk away, playing in my mind all the things I never close my eyes, and the sky's on fire. I can't waste another night sitting here alone. We can do it all again, and I'll never let you go.
How has it been, Benoit?
Just the man overboard procedure.
Yeah. So Emily's pointing and screaming like a banshee. Jessica's come and she's thrown this, but it's been too far away. Yeah, so she couldn't get the line to the person. We're going fast. The waves are as big as they were on our phone.
Going 15 to 23 knots in the beginning, and so it's going to be quite calm and rather no wind. So I think we're going to put up the spinnaker and just sail down south. And, Colin mentioned that before, that we just keep south, because they also said that there's a Emily, Benoit. Come on, yeah.
Emily's Olivia's Nick my size, so I'm going to go 5 centimeters more than Olivia.
45.
I'm not bringing 1.5. My rub's going to snap.
It's going to be a
Shark!
No.
Dolphin!
If it's a shark, we're throwing it.
when we'll catch our first one, probably tonight.
Alright, 24.
So we're in day 3 of the passage. The first 3 days we haven't done a great deal of filming. It's been relatively, well, I would say uneventful, but the first day, bit of a disaster. We are far behind the rest of the fleet because we burst our spinnaker, we burst our mainsail on the first couple of hours. So the race for us was over. We went up the mast, it was very dangerous. We decided that I bought that idea and just have the head sail and put a bit of motor on. So the first 24 hours we had the engine on, which isn't great. It's such a shame as well. We were at 28 knots of wind and we were just pootling by, and all the other boats were passing us. So we have got the rest of the 2 weeks to try and catch up. The winds are very light, as you're going to hear. We've got the motor on at the moment. So it's a bit of a disaster the first few days. Hopefully we can catch it up.
Here we go now.
Mine.
Keep walking.
Here we go now.
So we've got this beautiful mahi-mahi about 400 miles from St. Lucia. I'm just going to give you a quick little demo of how I would butcher this fish. It's about 14 kilos, 133 centimetres, so it's going to be a good example of what to do. We don't want to have lots of mess, lots of blood, so we put alcohol down his gills. They start to be translucent, starts to lose colour, and then when the colour comes back, you know you're okay to fillet it because it's lost its toughness. Then you bleed him slightly by the back of under the armpit, all his organs, and then all the blood will wash out, so you don't have lots of blood all over the deck. The interesting thing about this fish, keep him nice and wet, and the knife will do all the work. Mother Nature's kindly given us a guideline of where to cut the fish. If you look carefully on a mahi-mahi or most fish, it's got a line straight down the centre of the fish, and that's where the two muscles separate. So if you want a nice clean, because to cut this all in one go and have massive fillets of fish is going to be too much. So we're going to do it in 4 pieces, 4 sections. You see that I'm going to cut along down here. Nice big long stroke. So I put my fingers inside and I can feel the spine is on this side of the fish. So now I know that I've got 2 really nice solid fillets here. Spine's here. So all I do is I keep the knife on the bone, just run it down like that.
It's pretty cool doing this with the Atlantic crashing behind you.
Okay, now it's time to fillet the fish. I'm going to take off the skin. Underneath the skin is quite a big layer of fat, so I want to try and take that off also. So now we've got our handle. Keep the knife slowly pointing towards the board. And just make nice little, take your time with it, nice little cuts. Difficult to do this on a moving boat.
Why do you move the skin and not the flesh?
And that's why you pull the skin. And then if you want, you can just remove some of this fat here, just by taking it off like this. Ready to portion him, ready for the freezer. And 2 nice packs like this.
Why do you keep them like that?
We keep it like this because this is perfect for our size family. So we're not freezing lots at a time, or when we take out, we're only taking out what we need rather than freezing loads of it and then defrosting loads of it. So it's nice, nice little portions for us. And this beautiful fish will last us a couple of weeks. Put it in some poke bowls, pan fry, some butter, new potatoes, vegetables, barbecue, ceviche, anything like that.
And why do you not portion it now?
So obviously, when he's so fresh, there's a bit of rigor mortis that it has to set and then disappear. Rigor mortis is that chemical that goes through the flesh which sets the body hard and then it relaxes. That's the time then to start butchering him and putting him away. So we leave him here for maybe an hour just to relax the meat, and then we'll pop them in the fridge.
Okay, let's clean up.
Some more water. You can give me that brush.
Go. Things to do with mahi mahi. About crossing the Atlantic, huh? Fancy schmancy. Coconut milk. I think yesterday, I think the last 2 days have been a bit slow. The wind has really dropped out, and that kind of irritates everybody. But suddenly, when you're over halfway, you're ticking down the days rather than it seems a little bit more achievable. But there's something rather lovely about just allowing yourself to read all day and relax all day and talk shit to each other and there's something quite freeing about that. And I think the girls have suddenly got into that. You know, they get up, they read, they watch a movie in the evenings, but it's all quite nice and calm. And I mean, you hear everybody say that, you know, when you're a few days in, you start to kind of get into the rhythm of it. We were all joking last night that we're not going to know what to do when we finally see a load of different people again. We'll be talking their ears off. But or maybe it will go the other way and we'll have a beer and we'll all fall asleep at the bar, which I think is probably more likely. But that's good. Everybody's feeling good. Even Colin is reading, which is shocking. He loves the idea of reading, but more than anything likes an audiobook. But he's started reading too. That says a lot for the Atlantic magic.
I'm trying to commit suicide. What's wrong with you?
You're crazy! You nearly died!
I don't think she realises that that's just death. I don't think she realises that's just death.
One little jerk.
Hit one wave, that'd have been her.
Oh, come and hold me. Oh, you do it so lovely.
This swim is so lovely and hot. We're going to take our first swim in the ocean.
Is it cold or warm?
We haven't no idea. It seems cold. It seems warm when feet in it, but then I've just been splashed and it feels cold.
From From that view, it looks crazy.
I close my eyes just to dream of you at night. Ooh,
Okay, go on, Mummy Mix.
nothing as lovely as you in the morning light.
Don't fancy it, Lou?
This wedding thing, we're still doing 2 knots.
Yeah. Colin, we're still doing 2 knots.
Huh? Yes.
Oh, go on, let's. Olivia, Jessica, he's a big boy, he can make his own choices.
I close my eyes just to dream of you.
Out as fast as you can. As soon as you hit the ladders, up as fast as you can. Go, Jess, you go. You're okay to go.
It's nothing as lovely as you in the morning light. Ooh, for this sanctuary I will
Has it got 4 legs?
Le poisson, le poisson. Can I pick him up?
Un gros poisson. It's not dead yet. See, he will jump.
Well, grab him by the tail end.
Try by the tail, là, voilà, Caddy. Screw the net.
In the net, in the net, in the net.
I'll put the net on the net.
Oh, yeah, he's still
I'll
alive.
put the net so she can go, because he might just jump out. See? Wait. Nice one. Hi, Biscuit. Have a sniff.
It's going to bite his head off.
In the flipper.
Pretty primitive compared to Winchcombe Fields kitchen. Bucket of salt water.
Voila. So,
Had a good team.
Yeah.
sushi. Sashimi. Well, because it's an oily fish. Yeah. Mine might be white fish. And again, if you're good, you can get it all off without the bone.
Are you good?
Yes.
No waste.
Nice big long slices. The only waste you want, well, the only waste you're going to get is the stuff you don't want. Let the knife do the work.
Can we just keep leftover bits of that tuna, wrap them up in cling film, and then use them as fish bait for the next bigger one? Just the end bits.
Voila.
Hey, baby.
Away.
Thank you, tuna.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thanks, Neptune.
Thank you, Neptune.
Then we'll catch bigger tuna. Is that one? Was that as big as the one we saw in the market?
No. This one's ours.
If that had been a Mai Mai, we decided to.
Now what are you
It would have been a Mai Mai.
He's going to put it on now.
Well, it depends if it how
Next one in the line.
Come on, now it's very desperate to catch one.
It's beautiful loins, huh?
Does tuna come in today's in packs?
No, not really.
So, Colin, what are you going to cook with it?
Well, I think the first thing for lunch is sashimi.
How are you going to do that?
Sashimi's just lightly pickled. We've got some like ponzu seasonings,
Uzu ponzu.
uzu. We have some rice seasonings as well.
We have some beautiful fresh lime,
Some seaweed as well.
touch of sugar.
Ceviche maybe.
Wait, look, make sure it's
So when you grab it, you'll just be able to grab some of the pickle as well. And
This is a new Colin for Lutz. Doing his thing.
£50, please.
Only 50?
I give you another tuna tomorrow.
Shut up.
Got to do it on a solid bait.
Hello, what?
You got with the solid on your seats. Yeah, that's it.
My crispy onions.
And the idea is probably a bit more marinade, to be honest.
Grab it like games out.
Try that.
Tuna's great.
Then what?
I know it's on the side. Bye.
Oh, come and hold me. Oh, you do it so lovely. I wake from a daydream. Oh, to find I erased me. I close my eyes just to dream of you at night. There's nothing as lovely as you in the morning light. Time turning older, and I find home on your shoulder. Oh, lay with me closer.
Thank you for watching our first Crossing the Atlantic video. We would love for you to send us some comments, tell us what you think about the videos so that we're on the right track. Please subscribe and follow us, it would really help. Tell us what you want to see. If you want more of Colin cooking, we would love to do that for you. Anyway, take care and we'll see you next time.